daj mi ovo.
Ovo je...
To ti je jedinica.
Onda sve kuce. Sve kuce.
Samo ih stavi na mute i onda ćemo ih...
Mute. the standards will be presented.
Yeah, so that you've deleted that already
Yes.
off this, I see, which is great.
And so it's the tickets, no PowerPoints, like last year tables are in there.
Yes, or outside in the foyer.
Yeah, in the foyer.
Yeah, and you're thinking everyone will talk here?
Yeah, and otherwise they can sit if they prefer.
And at the moment this is on mute, but yeah, that's okay. And there'll be a saxophone first, so I should probably
Yes.
leave.
So I will,
Yeah, still got time.
Microfoon. A? Pokušavam govoriti, ništa ne čuje. Sad? Svi rade.
Hot. It's always hot. No, sorry, no, March is always hot. Southeast Asia is always hot. March is the hot. March no, it's a nice. No, it is. It is an incentive. This year, I think, is particularly. All the speakers are going to come to that. None of those will be hearing it. But no, seriously, it's going to be new voices, new concepts, and looking at the concept of culture, that's all the genre, cultural. What I
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to one of the great traditions of the AEC Annual Congress, which are the information sessions. As you see, my name is Deborah Keller, and I'm a member of the AEC Council. It's going to be a tremendously energetic hour and a half or so. We are merciless with our presenters. Everyone is going to present for 2 minutes on an initiative, a topic, or a concept that they're exploring in their own areas. And then following these very short presentations, they're going to be outside in the main foyer at special desks with material or even videos, but very much motivated to talk with you in detail about what's going on with them. So this is your opportunity to connect with some great ideas that are going on out there. I have to say, I think this might be Sarah's favourite moment of the whole Congress because she gets to wield the bell. So we are going to be Ming the Merciless when it comes to keeping to time. So that said, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. And our first speaker is André Sterk, talking about the online platform for music called Detmold Music Schools. So please welcome André.
So, hi everybody. I would like to introduce you to the learning platform for music. It's not called Detmold Music Schools, but Detmold Music Tools. Okay. It is a learning management system similar to Moodle. However, it has been specially developed for music learning. In particular, we have been very careful that it is easy to use and has a clear and beautiful design. It has been developed for blended learning scenarios in music education. This is a combination of classroom teaching and online learning material. Also, concepts like flipping classroom or massive online open courses are possible. DetmoldMusicTools.de is an authoring system, which means that you can not only use ready-made learning materials, but can also develop learning materials very easily on this platform. You do not need any special IT knowledge for this. In DetmoldMusicTools.de, various media such as text, audio, image, music notation, video, and HTML for the representation of musical phenomena and their learning pathways can be combined. In addition, we have developed special tools for practicing musical things, so that exercises can consist of a collaboration of playing, listening, reading, and understanding music. An online music notation environment is integrated. At the moment, the platform exists only in German, but will probably appear soon in English. DetmoldMusicTools.de is a pure online platform, and installation is not necessary. It's completely free of charge and free of advertising, and DetmoldMusicTools.de is for you. Thank you.
Wow, a masterclass of timeliness with 15 seconds to go, and a very topical and interesting thing. I think we're all fascinated by developments in technology and how this can actually help our own students and our own practice. So thank you very much. Next up, we have Salvatore from Belgium, and Salvatore is going to speak to us about the HARMA Seminar Event Project.
Thanks, Deborah, for introducing me. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, friends, I'm very happy to introduce the first such seminar in Europe. So it's HARMA Seminar Events. It's about harmony and music analysis events. Actually, the goal of HARMA, of Harmony and Music Analysis Seminar Event, is to bring together the theory, harmony, and music analysis professors in one place to speak about their home institutions, organization, and structure, and especially to share educational and pedagogical practices experience in these fields. Actually, I don't know if in Europe it's such events, has been already organized, but to bring together such teachers and professors it's a very new idea. So you will have 3 days of sharing experiences, lecturers, training sessions, actually 3 training sessions, catered lunch, networking, of course, Brussels Museum visits and the brand new Mannequin Piece Museum, and roundtable discussion at the end of the 3 days. I'm very happy to organize it because there is already 15 countries in Europe they will attend the seminar, and some of them they are already here in Zagreb. And also the seminar will be supported by the Erasmus grant. So you have to send your delegate of music theory departments through the training staff mobility. So we don't need any bilateral agreements because it's very easy to send your delegates in Brussels to share these experiences in these fields. So I'm very glad to welcome you in Brussels next April, and please send your delegate in Brussels. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Salvatore. We never send our harmony and analysis teachers anywhere in the Academy, so maybe they might break out and visit you. Thank you so much. Now, the next person up, I don't think many of us are producing a weekly TV show. We seem to be doing everything else, but I am delighted to welcome Ghassan to the stage, who is going to give us information about what's going on with that.
Thank you. Hello. Beside being General Director of École des Arts Ghassan Yamin, it's been now 5 years I'm presenting a TV show on MTV. It's an educational TV show. And actually the objective of this TV show was at the beginning to give our talented students and teachers the opportunity to show their talents in composition, singing, or in performing as musicians. Then the idea has been elaborated, especially these 2 last years, and now we're actually hosting musicians from abroad and singers, and we're actually collaborating with the embassies, the cultural centers, and the international festivals in Lebanon. So we invite musicians and singers who are coming to perform in Lebanon to École des Arts Ghassan Yamin to give master classes, workshops, and to prepare for special episodes on specific topics that can cover different styles of music. It can be world music, classical, modern, experimental, really all what you can imagine. So I invite you, in case you have musicians or teachers coming from your institutions to Lebanon and tour, please, you can send a mail. And it will be a pleasure for me to host them in École des Arts Ghassan Yamin and to present them, to host them in my musical show on MTV. And it's actually a show of 45 minutes. It's a live show, and we have a very high rating, actually, worldwide. So it will be a pleasure for us to host your musicians or your talented students. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. What a fantastic invitation. And I am confident the musicians that visit the Lebanon will be in touch with you. That's wonderful. You're not giving Sarah any joy whatsoever. She hasn't had to ring her bell once so far. Tony Woodcock is well known to all of us through his Huffington Post blogs and his participation over many years in the AEC Congress. And I invite Tony to take the stage now to talk for some time about the social impact and the importance of the arts.
Good morning. I haven't started yet, Sarah. Great to be with you, and wonderful to start this presentation with music welcoming us. So congratulations to our sax player this morning. I want to talk to you about social impact using the arts and music in particular, what we will call cultural social entrepreneurship. We all know about musical entrepreneurship. I'm sure all of us have programs that have addressed some of those issues. Musical entrepreneurship really focuses upon the skills and the opportunities a musician will need in order to have agency over their career. Cultural social entrepreneurship puts the artist at the service of the needs of the community, from social justice and homelessness to refugees and racism. I've been working recently with Dr. Nir Suk, who has over 20 years' experience in the fields of social capital and entrepreneurship. He works at King's College London and at the University of Osaka. He has also been the global director for Ashoka in DC, the world's largest social entrepreneurship organization. Together, we have created ideas for an institute devoted to leadership in social impact through the arts, with an elite 2-year master's program built around innovation, self-awareness, and essential skills focusing upon project work in the field. We are looking for partners in higher education to move this enterprise from concept to reality. And I'd be delighted this morning to start a conversation with you based upon your interest. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tony. And you can see that, you know, the power of this short pitch and then a more leisurely opportunity to discuss these kinds of new initiatives is, you know, one of the richest things that can come through these congresses. So Tony is going to be at his desk outside in the foyer if anyone wants to pursue that theme with him. Now, next up is Jennifer Rosenfeld, and Jennifer's initiative is something that I was aware of even in the coming months coming up to the AEC when she reached out and she was sharing this information about this new initiative, online education to support musicians' professional development.
Thank you. My name is Jennifer Rosenfeld. I'm here from California, so it's been wonderful to be here. For the last 8 years, I've made my career in helping musicians with professional development through my company, iCadenza. We specialize in consulting and online education to give musicians the skills to be successful in a music career that involves performance, teaching, administration, entrepreneurial activities, and a combination of all of that. I'm a pianist by training, and as I said, for many years, this is my focus, in addition to running a talent agency in the US that books tours for musicians from all over the world. So our newest initiative is called Coro by iCadenza. It is an online education platform that features short courses on topics related to professional development, created by experts from all over the world in many different aspects of the field: university faculty, performing musicians, other industry leaders, and experts. The platform itself has these courses as well as a network of musicians from around the world who can collaborate with each other, and online advising sessions with me and members of our team. So we think these are the key components to professional success: building skills, gaining mentorship, and networking. So I'm here because we work with many universities in the United States, Canada, and one in the United Kingdom. And given the global nature of our field, I'm very interested to see how we can expand this to Europe. So I'd greatly benefit from your advice on how we can make this relevant to all of you in terms of the product itself, but also I'm looking for collaborative partners who can help me to continue to develop more content that can make the product more locally relevant in the countries of Europe, and also for Americans to understand what would it mean for them to extend their careers here. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, and I'm sure there will be people very interested in connecting with you. Next up, we have Isabel Repluma and Hannaline. Yeah, Hannaline, it's just Isabel, but Isabel is enough, more than enough. So Isabel is going to be speaking about a master in composition for screen and contemporary performance and composition, and filling us in something new and something continuing.
Exactly. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I guess that you have heard about this because I'm here every year and I speak about this every year, but now it becomes a reality. The strategic partnership we've just ended, thanks to the support of Europe, of 8 partners for institution, educational institution, and for professional, institutions on 2 continents and 4 countries, so Montreal in Canada and Bologna in Italy, Ghent in Belgium, and Lyon in France. With professional partners, we've developed a new and quite unique international master's program for composition of music for screen. And so we will open the application on the 15th of November, so in 3 days. So please tell your students who might be interested, they just need to have a bachelor in music and to have already written music for the screen and to be able to prove it at the entrance exam. But really, it's very open, and all aesthetics also are included. And at the end of this master program, they will gain 2 diploma. It's a double master diploma, so degree. So I think it's really unique, and please come and see me at the market if you want more information about this. And for Copeco, we are recruiting now our 3rd group of students. The 2nd is currently in Lyon, and I remind you that it's a master of contemporary composition and performance, mixing both composers and performers in the same master program. And the group is traveling through Europe in the 4 semesters, starting in Tallinn and continuing in Stockholm, and then in Lyon, and ending in Hamburg. And so we will recruit from the 1st of December the new group for this master. So please come and see me, and I will let you more about this.
Congratulations, Isabel. It's something that's wonderful to see that we were there from the beginning, and now it has become a reality, and for your other project. So best wishes for that. So next up, we have Margus Pertlas, who is from Estonia, and he is going to talk about metric, modernizing European higher music through improvisation.
Hello, everybody. So metric stands for modernizing European higher music education through improvisation. Yesterday, I participated in one session where it was claimed that it is not possible to define what improvisation is, but 13 partner institutions across Europe have developed that concept and have discussed it thoroughly, and we think it is possible. The partner institutions include my academy, Estonian Academy of Music and Theatre, which is the coordinating institutions, and the other partners are conservatoires and music academies from The Hague, from Leipzig, London Guildhall, Sibelius Academy, Helsinki, Paris Conservatoire, Bucharest, Barcelona, Vilnius, Oslo, Antwerp, Glasgow, Gothenburg. Musikhochschule Luzern is the associate partner, and AEC is the project evaluator. And the project outcomes include 3 IPs for student improvisation teachers and students, web-based teaching and learning manual for improvisation teaching in European conservatoires, and 3 joint European modules in improvisation, one for contemporary improvisation, another from score to creation that focuses more on tonal improvisation, and 3rd one, improvisation in ensembles. So although I am from Tallinn myself, finally I invite you all and your students and teachers to Leipzig, because the final event of the project will take place on 29th and 30th of August 2018 at the Hochschule für Musik und Theater Leipzig. The program of the conference will include plenary sessions, breakout workshops, discussion groups, lecture recitals, roundtable discussions, and the final concert, all focusing on the phenomenon of improvisation. We invite directors, teaching staff, improvisation teachers and students in particular, and students from all higher music institutions. So not just from these 13 partner institutions, but from all European and global institutions. So finally, welcome to Leipzig in August 2018. More information on the market. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Margus. And now we have Luke O'Shaughnessy from Opera Europa, which is a well-known streaming service from some of the major opera houses. And Luke has a new idea, Opera Europa digital streaming project, online learning resource, and the next stages. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. Sarah, I feel a bit sorry for you, so I'm going to try and see if we can ring the bell. We have 2 minutes. Opera Europa is, in fact, a network of opera houses, 170 opera houses across Europe. We've devised a new project called Opera Vision. Opera Vision, it's a very simple idea. 30 of our opera houses decided to get together to offer a completely free streaming platform online. It's called Opera Vision, operavision.eu. It's funded by the European Commission. The idea is, every 2 weeks, there's a live stream from one of those houses directly onto your tablet or into your living room or wherever you want to watch it. Those performances are available for 6 months. So they go out live. We started 4 weeks ago with a performance from the Cornish Opera, a very nice Bélias and Mélisande, on a Sunday afternoon, which is when they traditionally have their first night. Very brave opera house. First night at the Cornish live online. Why I'm here is we have an informal partnership with the AEC. We've been talking to Deborah and been talking to Stefan about how this platform could be a useful resource for people like you and people that you work with. We very modestly, on one part of the site, have something called an academy, which is a space where we think, we hope, people interested in the world of opera and professionally speaking may find out more. We haven't got much on there for the moment. We have a few masterclasses and a few interviews and things like that. But we are in discussion about how this could be a useful space. I noticed there are a few cameras in this hall. Who knows? Maybe occasionally we can have a live stream from a conservatoire. Why not? How many seconds left?
Yeah, 14.
14. Okay, I'm just going to give you a little idea of who's involved in this project, and we'll see if Sarah can ring the bell. So we have the Finnish National Opera in Helsinki. Say yes if you're from those places. Stockholm, great. Oslo, the Norwegian National Opera. Riga, Cardiff, Royal Opera House, London. The Opera North, Wexford Festival, thank you. Polish National Opera, the Opera House in Poznan, Moscow. The Dutch National Opera, Le Monet in Brussels. Surely it must be time, no? I'm going to get through my list. There are 30 of them. L'Opéra de Lille, le Festival d'Aix-en-Provence, l'Opéra Comique in Paris. There we go. An idea.
Thank you, Luke. That was quite a thrill on many levels. So now, next up, we have Bernard Lansky, and Bernard is going to invite us all to Asia at the most beautiful time of the year, which is always very, very exciting.
Thanks, Deborah. I represent the Southeast Asian Directors of Music, which is an organization not unlike the EU, other than it's quite a bit smaller. We have been in existence for about 10 years. We have over 100 institutions. We have a congress every year in March, which is a very nice time to escape Europe, I'm told. And it's a relatively warm time where we will be this year, which is in Bangkok. CDOM is about bringing together the schools from Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is represented by ASEAN for the last 50 years. It's 10 countries. It's 600 million people. And ASEAN-EU relations have now been going for 45 years, and with many long-standing connections in other fields, and we're looking over time to increase our relationship in music between Europe and Southeast Asia. This coming Congress will be in primarily in Mahidol University outside of Bangkok, but we'll be partnering with Supercorn University, which is only half an hour apart. We will be holding the Congress mainly in the Museum for Southeast Asian Music, which beautifully is not yet complete and will not be complete even at that point, but there will be enough space that we'll be able to do our meeting. If you don't know Mahidol campus, it's worth coming even simply for that, because it's one of the most beautiful campuses and one of the most interesting campuses in the world. The theme will be connecting across borders. The keynote speeches will all be from people from Southeast Asia, from Myanmar, from Cambodia, from Thailand, from Malaysia. Basically, you will be experiencing almost certainly voices and music I'm confident you won't have heard before. What are the borders we seek to cross? Geographical, political, religious, genre, between education and profession, crossing the arts, digital acoustic, non-notated versus notated, improvised versus repertoire, etc. There's a website where you can see it. If you look at cdom.org, you can find the information. There is also a student project from the 13th to the 17th of March. I'm confident when I come here, I look differently at the world of music in my place. I'm confident also if you come to Asia and look back at Europe, you'll see a different landscape for music. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bernard. And he said that in the venue of this conference, they have an arboretum of trees that are, have the wood that instruments are made out of. So that's going pretty well. What a beautiful idea to have. So up next, we have Astrid Elbeck from Denmark. And Astrid is going to present an update on Renew, the strategic partnership.
Good morning. Can you even hear anymore? I hope you can. Yes, I'm here to present the Renew Strategic Partnership, standing for Reflective Entrepreneurship Music Education World Class. It's a strategic partnership funded under the Erasmus Plus program, and it aims to promote entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial thinking as an important part of higher music education. The project partners are Guildhall in London, Hochschule der Kunsten in The Hague, Sibelius Academy Helsinki, Norges Musikhøjskole Oslo, and Rama, where I come from, in Aarhus Aalborg, plus the AEC. It started in 2016 and runs a year yet. We're currently exploring new ways of working together through boot camps for students and teacher training activities, focusing on reflection, dialogue, and collaboration on all levels between students, teachers, and leaders in the academies, and with the outside world in the form of private companies or healthcare or museums and different angles. So we are exploring new ways of becoming relevant. We are looking forward to developing the project further through the next year and to share with you the two intellectual outcomes of the project, a joint module on entrepreneurship and a portfolio method. They will be presented on the final conference in The Hague in 2018. So please read more about Renew on the AEC website or come see me afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Astrid, and best wishes for all the work ahead of you. Now we have Ettore Bori from Italy, who's going to speak on two topics. Now, he negotiated with me, so he has 3 minutes for his two topics. This was a big moment for us, but we came to the end of it. So please, Ettore, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Deborah. Good morning to everybody. AC at Cremona Music. Cremona Music is the high-end crafts fair in the construction of musical instruments. This year, the sections were devoted to strings, pianos, guitars, and woodwinds. Between September the 29th and October the 1st, in 3 days, over 17,000 visitors from all over the world attended Cremona Music. As an artistic advisor, I presented in the recent years several AEC topics. In the next year, Cremona Music could host, during the fair days, AEC meetings and the students selected for musical performance. I will briefly show Cremona Music with some slides and photos in the market. Now I turn the page and for the second item, PIMS, University Residency for Music. PIMS is the acronymic of Pontifical Institute of Sacred Music in Rome, and is the Vatican Institute. PIMS is becoming a true university residence devoted entirely to music. It is completing the restoration of the main building that in 2019 will be able to host conferences, meetings, master classes, summer camp, choral and orchestral training courses. More than 50 single and double rooms will be available up to a capacity of 100 persons. The important academic hall, located near to Piazza Navona, is also available for concerts. Also in this case, I will briefly show PIMS with some photos and slides in the marketplace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ettore. Our penultimate, our second last presenter is Beatrice Zawodnik from Lausanne, and she is going to speak about leadership in orchestra and different leaders in European orchestras. So please, welcome.
Dear colleagues, thank you for your attention. I'm very proud to present you a very enthusiastic project who is really new for our institution, and it's really in relationship in the thematic of our Congress, AEC Congress. It's really the question of the leadership in orchestra. This project is born from two observations. I was discussing with Jukka-Pekka Saraste, the conductor. He told me I conduct many fantastic orchestra in the world, many fantastic musicians, but I don't see so many fantastic leaders in the orchestra. Second, as a responsible of the Master Orchestra Studies in Lausanne, I see that in our curricula we prepare very well the student for audition for the orchestra, and then what happened when they got a job? It's another story who starts. And it will be really an interactive workshop with Jukka-Pekka Saraste and with mentors. Mentors will be from the teacher of our institution who has experience in orchestra, in leader in some European conservatoire orchestra, and two leaders from Vienna and from Rotterdam too. And we will, to connect with the speech of Thomas Mayer yesterday, we often go to the manager to explain what is leadership in the orchestra, and we do the contrary. We invite one teacher, one professor in a management school to assist to our project and to give another point of view, and maybe to give us some ideas of the management in the in organization. So to conclude, maybe what said yesterday the president of Zagreb Academy, leadership, is it born or is it taught? I will tell you next year after this project, who will be in next January, and I invite you warmly to Lausanne for this project, and I'm available for more details in the marketplace. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. And before I introduce our last speaker, a huge thanks to everybody for sharing their ideas. It's amazing what creativity and positivity and wonderful initiatives are going on. I'm sure you're going to have a ball exploring them in between now and 1 o'clock. Now, we have a poacher turned gamekeeper thing here. Sarah is jumping over the table. She has abandoned her timekeeping, and she's going to give you some updates on EASY and some practical messages.
Yeah, so now I can speak for half an hour because it's me, the timekeeper. No, I'm joking. So this is actually not a presentation, but just a reminder about the presentation we gave yesterday during the snapshots about the EASY project, which is, as you can read, the European Online Application System for exchanges, so meaning mobility, Erasmus, Norplus, but actually all mobility schemes. So this is an online tool which would save the life of your international offices. So we have here some representatives, Isabel, Lucia, Salvatore, Bruno from the international offices. So this is the future of Erasmus procedures. Everything will be online in only one place, only one system for all institutions. This is a unique project. It is the first one in Europe, is of a multinational character and subject specific. So we are a pioneer in this, so we invite all members to join this project. So far we have 55 institutions who joined, but we need more also to show the universities that we are better. So please join EASY. If you want to know more about it, you have questions, you want to see the system, please come to the market. Me and Lucia will be available to answer to all your questions. So now some practical announcements for this afternoon. So we have lunch now in the same place as yesterday, address Franco Panska 22. I love this address, very nice. Then we will not come back to this place anymore, to the academy. We just move to the National Theatre, right in front. And there we start our very important moment for the Congress, the General Assembly. So after lunch, please, at 2 o'clock, come to the theatre for the registration. So you have to, there will be registration for all active members, one representative per academy. You will sign up at the desk, and you will get the package for the General Assembly, including 2 voting forms, 3 cards for voting the decision, and the forecast of the budget of this year and next year. Then there will be General Assembly, networking, and then the closing session, everything in the theater. After the closing session, we have a wonderful performance, an opera, by the students of the academy. It will last 1 hour, and then dinner in the theater. Please remember to wear your badge, because this is the free pass for the dinner and the opera. So now it's a moment for the information market, so please go to the foyer and you can meet the speakers. Thanks.
Right, of course.